Well, while we're on the subject of embroidery and that sort of thing, let's talk about real quick on. I say that a lot, don't I? Let's talk about silk screening and the cost and quality and quantity and that sort of thing. Uh, I'm gonna go off of a well-known screen printer. They are called AcmePrints.com. They're located out in Scottsdale, off of Scottsdale Road, in like McClin. No, not McClintock, like McKellips or McDowell. Um, oh, here's your address: 2240 North Scottsdale Road. I've used these guys for our first run for 5150 Clothing Company. They were very reasonably priced. They have a online quoter. Looks like they changed it. Um, and you can get an idea on what it's bastards. Get an idea what it will cost to run a few things. And let me get to it here. Now, when it comes to screen print, there are so many different options to choose from to make your costs lower or higher. You have number of colors that you're going to print. You have locations, how many locations you're going to print on. The type of locations, like back or the side, over seams, around the neckline, sleeves. I mean, there's so many different areas to print on that depend or that determine the cost on a shirt. So um, there's also, of course, the different types of shirts you're going to use. An American Apparel shirt is a really nice thin shirt that lasts a while. I have a few of them myself. But then there's also like Bella, which makes a lot of the tank tops that you see around. They have now a men's clothing line or men's line, product line, I guess, called Canvas, and I'm wearing a Canvas shirt now. I know you can't really tell, but it's a really thin shirt. It's a form fitting shirt. Um, Very very comparable to uh, American Apparel, and the cost is a hell of a lot different, a hell of a lot less than American Apparel. Then you have your basic tees like a Gildan, a unisex. It's called a Gildan 500. It's a heavy cotton, 100% cotton shirt. Comes in all sorts of different colors. Um, it's a very basic shirt that they start off with. Literally on cost, the shirts could be cost you around $1 to $2 a piece. It's very very cheap. Now I'm going to do an online quote with Acme Prints real quick to give you an idea of what it's going to cost. I'm choosing the Gildan 500 in a black shirt. Uh, I'm only going to run 12 shirts, one color one side, one color back side, and let's see what my quote is here. Okay, so it looks like we're at $9.63 per shirt. That ain't bad. Considering you have two different designs, one on the front, one on the back. Um, so $9 a shirt ain't bad at 12 shirts. You're not gonna make a lot of money off of those 12 shirts, but you will be able to sell them at the $10 that it's gonna cost you per shirt, and get your name out there for your clothing company or to create shirts for your company to wear as you're working. $10 shirts is super cheap if you're keeping them for yourselves to wear to promote your own business. Uh, Personally, we're actually running a bunch of shirts for 8280 Creative. It's just going to have our logo down the side of it, and on the back of it, in our address. Our web address. It's going to cost us, less than $9 actually. So, uh, let's say you want to do four colors in the front, four colors in the back. Let's see what that's gonna. Now you're looking at $243 for the 12. That's $20 per shirt. And you might think, damn, $20 per shirt. I can't sell that. Well, understand that it has four colors front, four colors back. Um, so you can do whatever the hell you want on that shirt at that price. Again, can you resell it at $25 a piece depending on your artwork? If the artwork is decent and if the design on the shirt is wanted, then maybe. But Not really. When you start looking into different colors, you're going to start looking into higher quantities to make the price cheaper. For instance, this same four color shirt front, four color shirt back, or four color design front, four color design back, I'm going to order, let's say, 36 shirts. That dropped my price per shirt to $10 per shirt. However, obviously $10 per shirt times 36 shirts, you're looking at $366 and change. Obviously your subtotal gets higher, but your per piece gets lower. So you're able to sell each of those shirts at a better profit. You know, selling them at 15, you're making 5 off of each shirt, but you do have 36 shirts that you have to get rid of. So it's a little iffy. At these prices, you can create, you can produce 36 shirts, and then you can go to the shop and say, hey, I got 36 shirts, 36 minimum shirt order at $10 per shirt, or I'm sorry, at $12 per shirt, make $2 on each shirt times 36. You get the idea. Not a huge profit, but better than nothing, I guess. Some companies do charge screen charges. Some companies, they don't care about it. And what a screen charge is it's just the material they use and the equipment they use to create a screen. Then there's art fees if your image is just a regular, I'm trying to find something, if it's just a regular you know, picture and they have to redraw it on the computer and get it to be screen ready, then they'll charge you an extra fee for it. Here at 8280 Creative, we do all that for you. If you have a logo, we get this ready to get printed for a shirt. Now, I'll show you as soon as all these things are done. The Dickies shirts that this is going to go on the back of that shirt is actually going to have the same logo, but just really big from shoulder to shoulder. We're not using Acme prints. We actually have our own printer that we use. We used to do them in-house, but we got so busy with everything else that we don't do them in-house anymore. We outsource it. But the printer that we do use, we work with closely, and we monitor the type of work that he produces, and we make sure that anything that he does produce is up to our standards. So, you know, it's more expensive to screen print than it is to embroider, but with screen printing you can do anything. This design here actually has, the original one actually has, and you can't tell off of the camera, let me see. Well, they're supposed to be spades. Top and bottom, they're supposed to be a spade. And inside of here, that black area is supposed to have pinstripe. And with embroidery, you can't get that detail onto an embroidered piece. But with screen print, you can get all sorts of nice little detailed lines and stuff because there's no limitations really. Obviously, if it's super thin, you know, it's gonna bleed together after the ink is put in. But if I was to screen this instead of embroider it, I would get everything that I had on that image, but it wouldn't look as professional like an embroidery does. So screen printing, you know, there's a lot of different hitting fees that different screen printers do charge you. You know, there's their waste fee, there's their art fee, their setup fee, that sort of thing. You want to look for a company that doesn't charge you for an art or a setup fee, because we've done it before, so we know that a setup fee, $25 per screen, $10 per screen, that could be okay. And if it's a one-time setup fee for that run, obviously it's going to be all right. But that just means that screen company has your screens on file, so they don't have to remake them again when you're ready to order some more. Some of these companies, Acme Prints is a really good company to work with if you have a clothing company and if you want to start running your own clothes, because they work with you a lot. They're really cool people there. Like I said, we used them in the very beginning of 5150 Clothing Company. They actually did a bunch of embroidered hats for us at one time, but this was, 5-6 years ago when they had access to it. Now they pretty much only do screen printing, and their embroidery is a little bit higher than normal. Just to give you an idea, this same embroidery through screen print or through Acme Prints, they were going to charge me $100 to digitize and $10 per. So obviously that's not their forte. It's screen printing. Let's say you want to do. Go back to screen printing. Let's say you wanted to do like a Dickies short sleeve work shirt. That alone is going to cost you around $17 per shirt. Yeah. See, look, what I did is I did 12 shirts at 3 colors on the first side, 3 colors on the back side. That came out to be $23 per shirt at 12 shirts. It's a good chunk of change, right? But again, it's a Dickies work shirt. You know, it's a nice shirt. It's a nice work shirt. But depending on the type of material that you're printing on, if you provide your own items, their per screen print is still $14 for 12 items at three colors front, 3 colors back. So it's a little bit high. 8280 Creative, we provide the apparel for you, and we provide the printing for you. And the reason that we do that is because the cost of screen printing gets lower than what the cost of screen printing for Acme prints is. For instance, two color print on the back, like the Dickies shirt, for this company is going to cost them around $350 to print per shirt, and that's ridiculous cheap. Now, of course, they already bought the Dickies shirts, and the Dickies shirts alone are like $13, $14. But we can provide a hell of a lot, the service a hell of a lot cheaper than Acme prints can. So if you're thinking about screen printing, you have your design, give us a call for 0226-8098. There's our email and our phone number and our web address. And yes, I know the website isn't finished yet. It's because we're so busy with everybody else. I hope I covered it. Any other questions, give us a call.